Well, how's it going, folks? Happy New Year 2021. Fingers crossed. Come on, let's have it be a good year. Well, we're going to be talking footwear today, guys, and really like heavy duty boots, particularly from 511. We're going to be looking at the Union 6-inch waterproof boots, and we're going to put them up against the Apex 8-inch waterproof boots from 511. Now, I've had these for about a year now, the Apex. I've had these now for several months, and I've done a buttload of trekking with these. I know they don't look like it. I was like, did I even use these? And I'm looking through all the footage and I'm like, holy cow. I put probably about 30 miles on them in overall trekking, been in a lot of different environments, not just taking them to the office. One of my jobs that I need to do every week is stand on hard concrete floors for about 6 hours. So I did that multiple times with these, as well as going through all types of different snow, trekking with the family, trekking with friends, doing work around the home, shoveling the driveway, shoveling, whatever it is, with the Unions, since we've already previously reviewed the Apex. But I want to really answer the question now that I have these two heavy duty Vibram, really well-built boots. Which ones would I prefer, and what can you expect with the Union as well? So we're gonna do competitive options with the Apex a little bit later, but let's go ahead and jump in to these Unions and just show you what they have to offer, what are maybe the profile or best fit use for these type of boots, and then we'll talk near the end on whether or not I would prefer the Apex over these, or if I preferred the Union if I could only go with one pair. Now, one thing out of the gate I have to say is that in the last 2 years, 511 has really amped up their quality on their footwear. We've now tested several of their boots and shoes, and I'm seeing very good longevity. Several of them I've had now, again, like I said, for over a year with the Apex, put them through a lot. Now several months with the Union, and a couple other of their designs as well. And I've just been very pleased. They're really using high quality materials. I'm not seeing any tearing, fraying, and that's an awesome thing to see them really put effort into them, and I'm seeing that, and I've got to point that out, that they are really, I believe, producing high quality, really well built boots and shoes at this point, which is awesome. So something right out of the gate is that Vibram sole. Love that. Very high traction, really good, very durable, really knobby, performs really well. You can see here, like I said, just a little bit of wearing at a couple different points, pressure points, and that's it. I really appreciate that. The other thing that really connected with me that I really like is this massive rubberized front toe. This toe box, though not like a composite or a steel toe, is very robust, sewn in double through here, so that's really good. And then all the knobbiness around there just gives you not only a sense of security when you're hiking and doing your thing, but also just durability as well. It's going to hold up a lot longer to hard abrasion and bumping, and even give you a little bit of protection there on that toe cap. And then we have that really good leather all the way around on the low, and then heavy duty nylon up top. These are waterproof with their, I want to make sure I get this right, event protection. It's the same protection that they use with their Apex waterproof that we'll look at here in just a little bit. And I've gone through a ton of snow, and the waterproof capability on these boots is out of this world. So I really like that, particularly in cooler environments or where that's just needed, because that is something that I did notice. Part of it is just because it's a 6-inch boot and there's no neck to let it breathe a little bit more. If it was a low top or even a mid top, it would breathe a little bit better. They are hot boots. I mean, midsummer and 95 degrees, you don't want to be wearing these boots unless it's something that is required of you. Something that's a little bit more breathable, probably less waterproof, would probably be something I would go with. For heavy duty, well built, waterproof boots, they do the waterproof part really well, and they do okay with the breathability, but they are hot in the hotter months, and that's the same with the Apex. So that's just something to be aware of, and be alert depending on the environment that you're going to be using these. Now, these are true to size, requested size 11, 511. There's a lot of 11s there. Sent this one over to me in the size 11. It fit perfect. Very good size toe box. It's not narrow in any way. It's big. It's bulky in that sense, meaning that I can get my foot in there and I don't feel like I'm smashing my toes. And I can even wear heavy duty wool socks and I'm not smashed up in there. Really good lacing all the way through. Double lacing up top. Good nylon protection all around there, so it's not going to feel abrasive or cause hot spots. It had no hot spots on the boot. Good tongue removal there, so you can get your foot in without issue, and good collar. right there. These are made in Bangladesh, and these will come with Ortholite insoles that are very comfortable and good arch support. I have the most generic foot imaginable. I'm not wide, I'm not narrow, I don't have a low arch, and I don't have a high arch. I do have an arch, but it's very basic, and they feel fine. Again, like I told you, not only doing a lot of trekking, but also standing for hours and hours on a concrete floor, you know, that's gonna hurt your back and your feet if they're not well supported, and these are well supported. They're not overly heavy either, so that's a positive for me. You know, they don't feel clunky and bulky for this style of boot. And they're definitely that crossover, I believe, between a heavy duty, like backpacking boot. I think it'd be great for backpackers. Day hikers, it might be a little bit of overkill. I mean, you could totally do it if that's something that you need. But for those of you who are doing lots and lots of trekking and you want really knobby, heavy duty grip and that ankle support, this is definitely going to give it to you. Or for those of you who need a duty boot, but you want that really good quality and really good knobby traction and everything that you're seeing with this shoe. 3 different color combinations with the Union as of this point. They may add more down the line, so you can go check those out over on the 511 website. And I will have links for you guys below, not only for these, but for these guys as well. The Apex, look at how big these 8-inch boots are. And we'll hit price real quick, and then I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on which one I kind of prefer now, having had both. Price on the Union is going to be $165 MSRP, so that's what they go for over on the website. And the Apex is $170, so only about $5 more, and you're getting the 2 inches extra height there. Again, waterproof, all leather with the nylon tongue, Vibram sole. Again, this does have a replaceable sole. The sole is sewn in, and if this ever wore out and the upper was still working, you can have this sent in and have them, they'll charge you, but you can replace the sole, and it'll be about half the cost of having to replace the entire boot. So that's a big positive as well. And that's an option that the Apex gives you that the Union does not. Now, to kind of wrap it up for you guys, between the two now, having had both, if you were to ask me if I could only have one, I'm going with the Union. The main reason for me is this insane traction on ice. Now, it's icy right here in the backyard when I'm filming. It's, you know, January basically. It's the last day of December when I'm filming this. One thing that I noticed with the Apex was it just did not do well in slick, icy conditions. I slipped and fell a lot when I was hiking with them. And I do that, you know, in about half the year. And if you're in environments where ice and hard snowpack and cold weather is something that you're concerned about, I was not super impressed for whatever reason with the traction that I was getting out of the Apex, whereas these Unions are awesome. They grip really, really well, not only just to all the other stuff, slick rock and mud and dirt and gravel and all that, but on ice and snow, it grips a lot better. And even though I love the look and profile of these 8-inch boots, the 6-inch just seems to work a little bit better. It's just a little more versatile. They're a little bit lighter, and so they're just going to see more use overall. And if you were like, hey, you can only keep one of these pair, I'd have to go with the Union, even though the Apex, if you need those super high, heavy-duty boots and you like the ability to be able to swap out soles and replace them over time, that is a big benefit, and they're about the same price. So, guys, that's my feeling on these boots. All I got to say is that 511 is crushing it with not only their designing, but their materials and their layouts. So I'm really glad to see that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what 511 does in the future. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What are your experience maybe with these types of boots, and what's your feeling on the direction of the footwear that 511 has been cranking out lately? Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for coming over and watching this video. I invite you to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. We're throwing up content like this all the time. We're growing all the time. We have a great community here. You can check out the other video popping up. You can follow us along on Instagram and Facebook as well to see what's up and coming, different projects I'm working on, different way to integrate and just, you know, talk and communicate. It's awesome. Sometimes we do giveaways over there. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.